In this video, I would like to talk about court martial. What is this court martial all about? It's a military proceeding, okay. But even in a court martial case, there is a final appeal can be there in the Supreme Court. So that is why I would like to talk a bit. It's out of interest. I mean, you should know, okay, what is court martial. So when a trial is conducted by a military court, then it is called court martial. A trial by a military court, then it is known as a court martial. So the military courts can award punishment. Okay, military courts can award punishment to its personnel subject to the military law. So any person, say a military person, can be awarded with punishment subject to the military law. So most militaries maintain a court martial system to try cases in which a breakdown of military discipline may have occurred. So normally when there is a breakdown of military discipline, when there is a breakdown of the military discipline is there, that is where this court martial cases come into picture. So some countries, but in some countries these days, no court martial during the time of peace. In peacetime, court martial proceedings are not there in some countries, especially in France, in Germany, etc. Court martial cases are not there in peacetime. So, and during that a normal civil court, okay, for the civilians, the court which is there, the same the proceedings will be there for the military personnel also. And sometimes or in fact court martial is also used for against the prisoners of war, especially for the war crimes. Okay, court martial is used against the prisoners of war and for war crimes. So in India, there are 4 kinds of court martial. In fact, one is called the general court martial. General court martial or GCM. Then we have district court martial. Then we have summary general court martial. This district court martial and the summary general court martials are some form of the general court martial only, and what the common one, what is generally there, that is called the summary court martial. Okay, so there are 4 types. In fact, according to the, I will come to them one by one. According to the Army Act, the army courts can try personnel for all kinds of offences, the army personnel, for all kinds of offences except for murder and rape of a civilian. So, where court martial proceedings will not be there in 2 cases, in murder and in rape cases of a rape of a civilian. If it is there, then they are not, there is no court martial, it will be tried under the civilian court, okay, the normal sessions court, it will be done. So, this is according to the Army Act, the army court can try their personnel, and also Indian Army is still following the British system, what we inherited from the British system. The law in UK has changed to keep pace with the modern practices, and generally not much of court martial cases these days. The provision of the summary court martial were introduced in India after the Sepoy mutiny in 1857. So, this summary court martials, the last one, that is the commonly held one, the summary court martials started after the 1857 revolt. Now, coming to the various, so in India, the summary court martial proceeding started in 1857. It's a British system. We are still continuing. The first one I said, the general court martial. one is the General Court Martial or GCM. This is the one of the most prestigious codes known to the Army Act, okay, under the Army Act. General Court Martial under the Army Act, and because it is the most prestigious, because the power, the wide ranging power is invested in, and it can try any army personnel subject to the Army Act. Try any army personnel subject to the Army Act for any offence punishable under that act. Okay, so any offence under the act, and it is, it can try any army personnel subject to the Army Act and for any offences punishable under that act. Okay, so that is how the General Court Martial is there, and there is something called a Summary General Court Martial. Summary General Court Martial. So, this Summary General Court Martial is normally convened in remote stations. So, this I will say, we can say it is a particular type of the General Court Martial when it is held in a remote station. And or when there is an emergency, where there is an exigency. This is held only when there is an emergency or an exigency, and when sufficient number of officers to constitute the General Court Martial is not there. Okay, in a remote place or in an emergency where sufficient number of officers are not there to conduct a General Court Martial. So, to conduct the General Court Martials, sufficient number of officers should be there. If it is not available in such scenario, so normally this in normal time, the Summary General Court Martial is never held. So, in peacetime, so naturally it is only when sufficient officers are not there, when there is an emergency. So, normally not done in peacetime. Normally not done in peacetime. So, that is the Summary General Court Martial. Then we have District Court Martial. District. This is again a version of the General Court Martial only, District Court Martial. This is it is differentiated from the General Court Martial only on the grounds of its composition and the extent of punishment it can be given. Okay. So, the difference from, it is different from the General Court Martial only to the extent of the punishment as well as the composition. Only to the extent of the composition and the punishment. So, naturally District Court Martial is a smaller one compared to the General Court Martial. So, it is to the extent of punishment and the the composition of the court martial. Okay. So, it can be differentiated from the General Court Martial only on the grounds of its composition as well as the extent of the punishment it can award. Okay. So, again District Court Martial is not generally convened. Okay. District Court Martial again is not generally convened. So, what is left? General Court Martial is there. Then we have the most important, the normal thing is called the Summary Court Martial. This is the most important one when it comes to the frequency of its conduct. Okay. The Summary Court Martial. Most prestigious General Court Martial because of the extent of the power. But what is normally in the day-to-day life, what happens in a for an army officer or in an army camp? It is a Summary Court Martial. Okay. The Summary Court Martial is the proceeding most frequently used in the Indian Army, most frequent. Most frequently held in the Indian Army, and it is opposed, I mean, when you compare to the general court martial, summary court martial is held, it is not convened. Okay. See, general court martial is convened. It has to be called in, whereas summary court martial is held. Summary court martial is held. You have to just conduct it. There is no any officer, the officer, the commanding officer, any officer who is the commanding officer of any corps, department, by virtue of his appointment is competent to hold the summary court martial. So, a commanding officer can hold, a commanding officer can hold this summary court martial for any offending or any officer under him, or any offending officer under him, or any offender serving under him. Okay. So, a commanding officer can hold summary court martial for against a court martial of any offender serving under him. Any officer or any offender serving under him. So, a commanding officer, and the proceeding of the summary court martial should be attended throughout by two other persons. So, the only condition is two other persons should participate, or the proceeding should be attended by two other persons who shall be of officer or the JCOs. Okay. Officers or JCO should participate, two other persons should participate, and that is the only condition, and any commanding officer can start a summary court martial, SCM, against any officer, any offender working under him. So, normally the absentees, the deserters, so those who run away, the officers, or rather the army personnel who are declared as the deserters, or the absentees, etc., are from the units, from their respective units, may be tried under summary court martial, and any commanding officer can start. General court martial, so it has to set up, a court has to be set up, and for the violation of any provisions of the Army Act. Here, for the day-to-day discipline, summary court martial is the proceeding to ensure the general discipline. Any commanding officer can do, only thing is that two other officers junior to him should be participating throughout the proceeding, that is all. That is the summary court martial. So, summary court martial is the most frequent one to ensure discipline in the armed forces. Now, according to the Supreme Court recently, in a 2019 judgment in Supreme Court in P.S. Gill case, in November 2019, declared that any order of the general court martial can be challenged before the Armed Forces Tribunal. Any general court martial order can be challenged in the Armed Forces Tribunal. Armed Forces. See, please remember, general court martial is where where there is a violation of the Army Act has taken place. Summary court martial is where some disciplinary action is taken against the erring officials, and an offender under him, under an officer who is not following the duty properly, or absenteeism, deserters, or not obeying the commands properly, that is where the summary court martial will come. General court martial is the violation of the Army Act. So, any order under the general court martial can be challenged in the Armed Forces Tribunal, in the Armed Forces. This is the latest judgment, that is in November 2019 this judgment was there. So, this GCM, so the order of the general court martial can be challenged. And again, there is another judgment of the Supreme Court in 2015. In 2015, Supreme Court declared that an appeal against the Armed Forces Tribunal, Now, an armed forces tribunal judgment can be filed in the Supreme Court. Judgment can be challenged in the Supreme Court and not in the high courts. It is filed in the Supreme Court and it cannot be challenged in the High Court. Okay. So, the Armed Forces Tribunal Act of 2007, okay, please remember the Armed Forces Tribunal Act 2007 was passed during the previous UPA government's time, and it is to provide for adjudication or trial of the armed forces, or if there is a dispute or complaints regarding to commission, appointments, enrollment, conditions of service, etc., any dispute can come under the Armed Forces Tribunal, and the verdict of the Armed Forces Tribunal can be challenged in the Supreme Court. It cannot be challenged in a High Court. That is a 2015 judgment, and 2019 it was said that any general court martial verdict can be challenged in the Armed Forces Tribunal. So, there are enough mechanisms. Please understand, even in the military, they are under the rule of law. That means a rule of law prevails. A court martial, the general court martial is the most elaborate and most prestigious of all the armed forces, and their order can be challenged in the Armed Forces Tribunal, and an Armed Forces Tribunal judgment can be appealed in the Supreme Court. So, enough checks and balances. That is the meaning of it. But the summary court martial, it is mainly to ensure discipline within under a commanding officer. So, that is the summary court martial, but the general court martial, violation of the Armed Forces Act or Army Act or the Air Force Act or the Navy Act. Okay. So, that is the difference. 4 types of court martials I already discussed.